Scan this QR code for the attendance. Good morning, all of you. So, you scan this QR code for today's attendance. I will wait for others to join. Okay, so let us start. discuss the different what you understand by VB properties, methods, and event controls. So, as we know, every object, such as form or control, has a set of property that is that it will be described. Right. So, if you take any form or any control, so we can say each of these objects have certain properties, and these properties are basically describing this form or control. That means what the particular form is going to be look like, or what will be the size of the form, or what this particular control is going to perform. Okay, so that's everything. The certain attributes of this form and control are basically, we can say, it is decided by the properties of that particular object. So although this set isn't identical for all the objects, so we can say these properties will be different for different objects. Okay, it will be not identical or it will not same for all the objects, but we can say some of the properties, okay, uh, are common for most of the forms and most of the controls. So as we have listed in this table, okay, you can see in this table. So we have listed some of the common properties. So which is basically belonging to this set of forms and set of controls. Okay. Now in this table, okay, you can see here the table below. So where we have two columns right now. So one is your property, second one is your description. Okay, so these are the some properties I have mentioned. So it is not mandatory that all of the objects, whether any different controls or different forms, will be have this property. But most of the time, these properties are found very common. Okay, these properties are found very common uh, in most of the controls. Fine. So that is the reason we have listed here. So first property is your now associated with it's called left. Okay, so basically this property describes the position of the left side of the control with respect to its content. So as we know, if you design a form, okay, so whenever we design a form, we have some uh, width for the left and right of the form. So this particular left property will give the position of the left side of the control or the form with respect to the content. Fine. So next property is your top. Okay. Now this top property, basically the if we give the position of the top of the control with respect to the base its container, or we can say the form. Okay. Then similarly we have the height and width property. Now this two property will basically specify the height of the controls and the width of the controls. So whenever we use, so this particular property will give you the uh, basic idea or clear idea about what will be the height and what will be the width of your control. Okay. The name is basically here we will use the string values. Okay, which is used to refer the controls. So the every control is specific name. Okay, or they are identified with the specific uh, name. So we can easily distinguish between different controls that is available in VB. So we will use a string variable or string values. Okay, and this string values. Okay, these string values are basically used for naming purpose. Then enable, now this property is very important. So some of the time we require to enable and disable the control properties. Okay, so basically this will be have an boolean value. Okay, this will be having a boolean value that is true and false. So this value basically determines whether the control is enabled to access or disabled to access. Okay, if it is enabled, now the user can easily access the control, and if it is disabled, now user cannot able to access that control. Now this feature is basically provided to we can say the access specified type. So those who are the user can access this control, and who are the user that cannot access this control. Fine. And next properties of visible. Okay, again this is a boolean type variables we are using. Okay, now this is true and false. If it visible is true, so it can be seen by the, or we can say the user can see the control, and if the visible is false, you can say the user cannot see the control. And it is basically determined by the value of your false. Right, so there are some controls which is common, okay, which is very common to most of the controls. Now next is very important events. So as we have already discussed many times, events. Okay, now events are we can say that what happened in and around your program. Okay, so anything, any action is performed. Sometimes we can perform. Suppose in a form. Okay, if we got uh, suppose we are clicking on the mouse. Okay, now this will be an event. Okay, or you are uh, you get image or displaying an object. Now all these are events. That means anything that is happening around your program. Okay, or we can say whatever happens in and around your program, we can say that it can be an event. So for example, we can say whenever the user clicks a button, okay, so it may uh, so whenever the user click a button, so what will happen? The event will be created. Now whenever the event will be created, now there will be an event handler. Now that event handler particularly going to perform the task what the particular event will be going to do. Basically, it will call it method. Okay, and that method will be executed. And that method is related to the particular event. If this event will occur, then what should be the output? Fine. So similarly, you can see here the mouse button is pressed. If the mouse button is pressed, the command button in your program is clicked. Okay. Whenever you press your mouse button, now automatically what will happen? There will be a command button in our program which will be clicked. Then the mouse button is released. So once it is released, now the event is occurred. Okay. It's a complete event procedure. Now once that is complete procedure is completed, now we can say the event is completed. Now this event should perform certain action. And during this process, okay, so we got basically we have got focused on the event for the command button and lost focus event whichever the object previously held on focus also occurs. That means what a previous focus object is previously lost, and we will get focus on the command button event. And this event occurred as a result of some specific user action. Okay. So basically, why these events are occurring? So we can say the events are occurring because of some specific user action is performed. Basically, we can say such as moving the mouse or pressing the key on a keyboard or clicking the text box. Now, these are the some events that is occurring. Fine. So these are some events that is occurring. Fine. So, or we can say this type of events are user-initiated event. So why it is user-initiated? Because the event are initiated by the user. If the event are initiated by the user, then we can say, or we can say that these events are user-initiated. And so basically again, so there is an event now you need to write a code for most of the time. That means most of the time when there is an event, now you need to write a code for the event handler. That means what this particular event is going to perform. Fine, so this is something basic about what you understand the event and what will be happen when the event is created. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Now you can see in this slide, so there is a table given. Okay. Now these are the some common again. This is may not be same for all the controls. Okay, but most of the controls will have, okay. Most of the control, we can say that most of the controls will have this event as a common for them. Okay, the very first event you can see it will change event. Now the description or address you can see the right hand side. So it will occur when the user modify the text in a combo box or a text box. Okay. Also, whenever the user modify a text, okay. So whenever you modify a text, either in a combo box or a text box, now there will be an event will occur. Okay. There will event occur, and we will give the name of the event as a change. Now, whenever this event will occur, so what we actually doing, so we are providing certain input from the keyboard. So whenever you provide certain input from the keyboard, the user is initiates an event. So as soon as the event is occurred, the changes should be reflected on your form or the uh, output window. Right. So that is the event handler will do. Okay. The event handler will what you do? He will update the whatever change the user has made in this text box or bubble box. Now the event handler responsibility is that now he will change the particular output on your output window or in the form. Right? Now next you can see here there is a click event. Okay. Now this will occur when the user click a primary mouse button on an object. So whenever the user will place the mouse button in a particular object and click on it, now you can say there is a click event is occurring. Similarly, there will be a DPL click that will be referred to the user double click with the primary mouse button on an object. So if you perform a double click on a mouse button, then it will be a event name is called DPL click. Now drag drop, there is event called drag drop. Now the user drag an object to the another location. So whenever we need to drag an object from one location to the other location, okay. So we will go for this particular event, okay, which is called your drag drop. Similarly, there is an event called drag over. Okay. Now this will occur, basically this will occur when the user drag an object over the another control. Okay. Suppose we are having already existing one control. Now suppose if I want to overplace one object over it. So such type of you can say such type of event is called drag over it. The God focus, we have already seen God focus. So an object is event focus. So if now this particular example I will take, so there is a two controls are there, control one and control two. Suppose uh, suppose recently we are using control one, but after some time, suppose we want to use a control two. Now what will happen? Now initially the God focus event will be on the control one. So as soon as we have started using the control two, the God focus event will be changed from control one to control two. Or we can say the event which is currently in executive mode that will be get focused. Fine, that is event called God focus. Now next event you can see here, which is called key down. Fine. Now, without basically the user presses the keyboard while an object has a focus. Okay, so whenever you press the keyboard, okay, that is it out. Similarly, there is a event called key press. Okay, now this key press event, okay, key press event. Now, key press event, the user press and release the keyboard while the object has focus. Similarly, next is your key out. Okay, the user releases the keyboard key while the object has a focus. That is called your key out. Then one of next important is lost focus, as already discussed. An object will lose the focus. Same example, two objects are there, object one and object two. Suppose initially we are executing the object one, now it will have the focus. Now as soon as we started executing the object two, now this object one will be get lost focus. Okay. Now this lost focus event is associated with a particular object. Then there is event called mouse down and mouse up. Right, there is two events again, which is called one event is called mouse down. Or in this specific the user press any mouse button while the mouse pointer is over an object. Okay, this is called a mouse down. And second is called a mouse up button. The user basically the user moves the mouse pointer over an object. Okay, uh, fine. So these are some events that are commonly associated with the object. Now you can note down if you want. Okay, this is my. Okay, this is our first event, which is change, and this is the description about it. And this is a click. And when the click event is occurred, then double click. It is occur when the primary mouse button of the object is double click. Then drag down. The user drag an object from another location, drag over. The user drag an object over another control. Then lost focus. The object receives the focus, so record focus. Then key down, key press, and key up. These are the three which is associated with the keyboard events. Okay, you can say it is associated with the keyboard event. Then lost focus is very important. Once the event is not active state, if we get lost focus, then there is two more, mouse up and mouse down and mouse move, which is associated with the mouse event. Okay, whenever the mouse pointer is over the object and whenever the mouse pointer moves over the object. That's it. Okay, so you can go down if you want. So those who are joined late, let me say the attendance code. So you can scan this attendance code. You are code for attendance. Those who are joined late. Scan this QR code for attendance. Okay, let's continue. Yes, there are some examples here regarding the event. So you can see the example, the first example. Now, the example of the change event for the text box. Okay, so we have already learned the change event. So basically, we have you can say procedure. Okay, procedure name is text underscore change. Okay, this is private specifier. Now this procedure is always end with end sum. The sub is represent the procedure type. Okay, if you have sub, that means it is a procedure. Every procedure should be ended with a end procedure or end sub. Now you can see here, now what I have done now, form dot one black color equal to DD. So when we are changing this one, now background is changing. So when the user change the text in a text box, okay, um, in a text box, the the you can say the back color of the form will be changed to blue. So whenever the user, what actually this event will do, so whenever the user will changes certain text in a text box, so the background color, okay, the back color of the background color of the form will automatically changes to the blue color. Okay, now this is the event handler is performed. Okay, now user what the user is doing, the user is performing the event that is changing the text of text box color. Now, what actually changes? It is changing the background color. Now, this is the job of your event handler. You have to make sure that your event handler will change these things. Fine. Now, similarly, you can see the next example here. Now, when click event, okay. Second event, as you can see, we have discussed the click event for the command button. Here also we are using uh, a procedure which is called command one underscore click. Okay, so how to understand this procedure? Because we are using and sub. Okay, the sub statement is basically used for your procedure type. Okay, now this command button. Now this should be added to the answer. Okay, this will be added to the answer. So whenever you click, so it will display a message. So click event is activated. But to display and click event is activated. So whenever the user click on command button one, okay, so what will happen? The click event is activated and it will be printed on the form. Okay, on a form. Okay, on a form that will be displayed. So we can easily understand. So what will happen now here? The click event is activated. Now when the message handler is doing, the message handler is displaying and assess that the click event is activated. Right? Let's see some more example. Yeah. Now you can see the next example is for pivot click. Okay, pivot click stands for double click event for the form. Now here you can see also we are using a private procedure. Okay, we have used a private procedure which is named as form underscore medium click. This is my procedure name. Okay, form underscore medium click, which is your private tag. Now every procedure as I already said, it should be entered with and form and serve. Now we can see the form dot caption. Now what we are doing here, the caption will be changes. Okay, the form dot caption is equal to double click when is activated. So the whenever the user double click on the form, okay, so anyone in the form, suppose in a form, anyone if the user double click it, okay, the caption of the form will be changed. Caption basically represent the name of the form. Okay. Now this name of the form will be changed to double click event is activated. So what we have done? So we have just double click the event क्या है यहाँ पर? The event है आपका हम form में किसी भी जगह double click करें. Fine. लेकिन what the changes is performed? Now this event handler, okay, as soon as the user will initiate this event, the event handler is initiated. Now this event handler will call it method, okay, or a function. So in this case, what is the method and function? Now the method and function is here is it will change the caption. Okay, you can see here the form dot one caption. Okay, you can clearly see here what are there the form dot caption is changes to the double click event is activated. Okay, double click event is activated. Right. So whenever the user double click on the form, the caption of the form will be changed to the double click event is activated. Similarly, mouse move event for the picture box. Basically, the mouse move. Okay, the movement of the mouse will be used for the picture box. Now you can see here we are using a procedure called picture one underscore mouse move. Fine. Now it is a private type. Now this will be ended with the end sub. Now here I'm having a two argument. One as a button, which is an integer type, and second one is again shift, which is integer type. Then two more argument, x as a single type and y as a single type. Fine. So this basically x and y represent your coordinate. Okay. The x and y represent the coordinate. Okay. And button is represent your mouse button, and shift will be how much value you are shifting. Now what basically we have, what the event is doing now, if suppose you're performing this event, now what event handler will do, the event handler will call this function picture one dot picture. That means in the function called picture one, if there is a picture, now it will be load a picture from a particular drive. Now this is my path. Okay, this is my path which is given from where the picture is loaded in the form. Okay, so when the user moves a mouse on a picture box, now suppose there is a picture box, this is my form. Okay, this is my form. Now suppose there is a picture box, this one. So whenever the user will move a mouse over here, so what it will do, the picture will be displayed in the picture box one. So whatever image that we have given, okay, whatever path is given, now this is my path for this particular image. Okay, that is smack.jpg. Okay, smack.jpg. Okay, JPG image will be displayed. So whenever you move your mouse over this picture box, this event image will be displayed. So what is the event here? Now event is very clear here, which is your moving a mouse. Okay, moving a mouse or mouse move. So what is the event handler is doing here? So whenever you are moving a mouse over this picture box, what is happening? What is happening? The picture is okay. The picture is displayed. Okay, the picture is displayed over it. Fine, so you can note down this one. Okay, this example you can note down for different types of event. For this event is particularly performed. So just note down this example. Then we will move on to the next example.
हेलो सर विजुअल बेसिक अभी भी इंडस्ट्री में यूज होता है क्या?
नहीं, आज के डेट में नहीं होता है इंडस्ट्री में, क्योंकि ये बहुत पुराना लैंग्वेज है आपका। बेसिकली आपका जब वीवी डॉट नेट और एसपी डॉट नेट यूज होता था ना, ठीक है, 2000 अराउंड 10 5 और 10, तब इसका डिमांड था। लेकिन जब आपका हाई प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज मतलब ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज आने लगा ना, जैसे आपका जावा हो गया, देन इट इज इसका जो प्रायोरिटी था वो कम हो गया। ठीक है,
ये मतलब किस लिए यूज होता था? डेस्कटॉप एप्लीकेशन वगैरह के लिए या फिर
डेस्कटॉप एप्लीकेशन वगैरह के लिए। बेसिकली ये था आपका डेस्कटॉप एप्लीकेशन वगैरह के लिए। ठीक है, जहाँ पर हम लोग विंडोज एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्रामिंग करते थे। जब भी हम लोग विंडोज एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्रामिंग करते हैं ना, लाइक हम लोग अगर माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड खोल रहे हैं, ठीक है, वर्ड खोलने से क्या आता है, वर्ड का एक टेम्पलेट आता है। तो अब वहाँ पर हम लोग इवेंट के थ्रू काम करते हैं ना। होम में गए, वहाँ पर टूल बॉक्स रहता है, डायलॉग बॉक्स रहता है। तो जहाँ पर हम लोग इवेंट के थ्रू, विजुअल ऑब्जेक्ट के थ्रू काम करते हैं, तो उस टाइप के प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में यूज होता है। लेकिन अभी क्या हुआ, जैसे पाइथन जावा आने के बाद इसका डिमांड थोड़ा कम हो गया, क्योंकि वो ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड बेसिस हो गया। ठीक है, इसलिए आप देखोगे आजकल डॉट नेट या एएसपी डॉट नेट जनरली हम लोग यूज नहीं करते हैं। पहले हम लोग बहुत यूज करते थे एएसपी डॉट नेट या डॉट नेट किसी भी एप्लीकेशन, इवन एप्लीकेशन डिजाइन के लिए, एप्लीकेशन स्पेसिफिक के लिए भी हम लोग इसको यूज करते थे। लेकिन आजकल जो विजुअल बेसिक 2000 नया वर्जन आया, 2019 में आया है ना, so it is providing some features like programming language for Python and Java also। ठीक है, आप इसको अगर इंस्टॉल करोगे नया वर्जन को, वीवी विजुअल बेसिक 2019 बोलते हैं, ओपन सोर्स है। ठीक है, आप वहाँ पर देखोगे ये एडिशनल फीचर भी देना, जहाँ पर आप लैंग्वेज पहले आइए सपोर्ट करना था आपका सी एंड सी प्लस प्लस का। ठीक है, लेकिन आज के डेट में देखोगे ये सपोर्ट करना आपका इवन पाइथन और जावा को सपोर्ट करता है. Okay, Sachin, any other doubts?
No, sir.
Yes. So basically, Visual Basic are very popular because whenever we require to design a program for event-based program, okay, based on the event. So we will perform certain event, okay. So based on this event, जो भी हम event करेंगे, okay, तो उस event में करने के बाद क्या action perform होगा, उस type के लिए हम लोग Visual Basic को prefer करते हैं. Okay, so then move on. So some more examples. So again, yeah, move on. Yes. Now this is next example where we can the event name is double click. Okay, double click event. So whenever you perform a double click, uh, basically on a form. Okay, form में ही बनाते हैं हम लोग. So now this is my name of the event, name of the procedure or event. We can say image underscore mouse down. These are the parameters we are having. Okay, this is basically represent the coordinate x and y. So now this is my this is your event. Okay, now this will be the event which is generated. Now this is the action that could be performed. If this event is done, this action will be performed. Now what will happen now? Image one dot picture will basically going to load this particular image on that. So whenever what happens, whenever the user moves a mouse down the image one, now what will happen? Now I will have a form here or window. We can say window. Now on a window there will be a for control box. Okay, that is called image where we can go to image. So whenever user what the user will do, if the user will move down the image. Okay, now this particular picture will be displayed over here. Okay. Now this is your now this is a particular event is happening. Now we are moving the particular mouse. This should be not double click. Okay, this will be mouse down. Okay, this is mouse down here. This is mouse down. Okay, just look at it. This is mouse down event. So whenever you move down the mouse, move down, that will be displayed in there. Similarly, there is a keyboard event is also available, which is your key press event for form. Okay. Now, whenever you press any of the key, okay, any of the key from the keyboard, now that is the event. Okay, the pressing of the key is your event. Now, if this event is happened, certain action should be performed on your output window. Okay, or basically we can say your application window where the output is displayed. Now, what will happen? Now, this is my particular. We can say this is my for event name, which is a form underscore key press, and that is an you can say argument. Now, this is ASCII value. We take a ASCII value. Okay. Now, which is the form of integer. Now, as this event is performed, that means whenever I press any key from the keyboard, now it will display a message called the event key press is activated. Now it will display a message on your form or output window that this particular event is activated. So whenever the user press any key on the keyboard, so it will display a message or print a message that key press event is activated on a form. Fine. So like this, we are having number of events. Okay. So now these events are user specific. As per the user requirement, we can write a procedure. Now you have to write in the form of procedure, and each of this procedure will behave as an event. Okay, as an event. Now, if this event is happened, now you have to specify what action should be performed. Okay, what action should be performed. Fine. So again, this is the last example where we are using a key of event. Now, when we will, this is the you can see here. Uh, this is my this is my key of event name. Now, these are the parameters we are using. Now, once this event is happened, now this message will be displayed. Key, enter key of is activated. Fine. Now, you can see here whenever the user press any key on the keyboard, it will print. Okay, key up event is activated. Fine. So similarly, we are having different types of events. Okay, as per our requirement, we are going to write the procedure. Okay, so we'll continue. Okay, so as time is going to up, so we will continue. Tomorrow I will discuss some of the questions. Okay, we have the internal exam on Monday. No? Some of the types of question that can be coming second internal. Okay, tomorrow I will discuss some of the questions. What type of questions can be asked in internal, right? Okay, thank you for joining.